Welcome back to another episode of Many Last Words. This is Wild Bill. I'm running a solo episode today. Peyton will be back a little closer to football season. And first and foremost, I want to apologize for our loyal listeners. It's been a while. It's been about 6 months. I haven't come on here and talked Chicago Cubs baseball, or baseball at all, to tell you the truth. Not to say I haven't been paying attention, but a lot of things have come up. Life has gotten pretty busy for both Peyton and I. Also want to apologize to all the cinephiles out there that were hoping to hear a little bit more about our opinions of the films that we were hoping to review. We left you guys hanging on the chick flicks that we were totally trying to watch. Sorry guys. Let us know if you're still interested in that, and I'd be down to do it. I'll talk a little more about some movies that we watched, Fran and I, towards the end. I guess for right now, I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of a teaser. I'll get Peyton on the podcast within the next couple of weeks, definitely before the start of the season. Quick life update. Fran and I moved to Pasadena. The Pasadena, right by the Rose Bowl. Let me know if you guys want me to film right in front of the Rose Bowl for one of the podcasts. That'd be super fun. Maybe just walk around there a little bit with the camera. Show you guys what it's really like when it's not January 1st. A lot of fun walking around that you can do in this area. Great neighborhood also, Pasadena. I feel like I wanted to say it doesn't get its roses, but that'd be a little too cheesy. But a lot of good things, you know, with any big move, there's a lot of things that come up, whether it be financially or just trying to like figure out where the closest gym, where everything's set up, how the cats are going to adjust to it. If you notice, I actually have a desk at this new spot, so I'm really excited about that. It's a great spot to work at, great spot to, you know, do the research, all the research that I put into this podcast beforehand. What else can I say? Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. A lot of good things have happened, been busy, as I'm sure you guys are real happy to hear about. I guess I'll just rifle off real quick some really quick Chicago Bears thoughts. They're looking okay during this preseason. I know it doesn't mean anything. The 2008 Lions went 3-0 in the preseason, then lost every single game. We only saw one series of Caleb this last week, so to say that we've seen anything that indicates a progression from last season, I think it's still a little premature to say. You know, it was one series against the Cincinnati Bengals, who we know don't have an amazing defense, especially not having Trey Hendrickson there. He was the linchpin of that whole defense for the last few years. And to know that he still had some pressure and still had to scramble away, especially like we saw on that completion of Romadunze to his left side moving. People were saying it was just like the airman throw against the Packers, which it wasn't. Still nice to see that he has that connection. Still nice to see Colson Loveland's moving around a little bit. I got not a whole lot of things to say about the first string offense or defense, really. Sucks that Kobe Bryant went from being out 8 to 10 weeks to 4 to 6 months. That's really stupid. I've been pretty impressed with Malik Muhammad, the corner coming out of Texas. That guy's been flying around. He's been making some pretty good plays. I know he got burnt a little bit against the Cincinnati Bengals. That's fine. I think he's still adjusting to the NFL speed, and he'll be able to, you know, kind of build off of that. I like his athleticism and the style that he plays with. Dylan Thieneman, I haven't seen too much of his overall impact. What I've seen through some of the film that people show on Twitter is that he's sticking to his assignment pretty well. And as a rookie, that's something that you like to see. So that's looking good to me. I'm trying to think. I'm going to be really upset if they move to Indiana. That's all I'll say about that. But I'm excited for the season. I am very optimistic. I do think we're in line to be a leader in the division. I hate the Green Bay Packers still. I'm really annoyed that we play them both on my birthday, October 11th, and also Christmas Day. 2 big days that I usually look forward to, and I still do. I still am looking forward to it, but it could go south really quickly. So if I could ask for anything, it's to beat the Packers twice, or else. I'm going to be really mad. And I will leave any sort of analysis of the Philadelphia Eagles to Peyton when he comes on. I'll queue up some questions for him. I just know that they're still, you know, the class of the NFC East. even with that healthy Jaden Daniels, the Washington football team, the Commanders, whatever, I don't see them taking over that division. Same with the healthy Jackson Dart. And if pigs fly for the Cowboys, they're still not winning the division. So that's my NFC East analysis. I think I'll leave football at that. I think it's better as a two-man podcast for football, so I'll go into some baseball. Chicago Cubs playing super well, playing about as good as they have the last 5, 6, 7 years, whatever it might be. Still, Milwaukee is so annoying. They just don't lose. I can't say that they just keep winning. They just don't lose. And it's stupid. They play such a boring brand of baseball. And I don't want to spend the entire time trashing Milwaukee, even though I would love to. It's fun. It doesn't do me any favors online for all the people that are going to sit here and listen to this, which might not be a whole lot of people, but still. I'll focus on my Chicago Cubs. I think as of right now, I literally didn't do any research. I'm just making myself do the podcast to get the ball rolling a little bit. So I'll pull up the standings right now and see where we're at. I think last time I checked, we're 5.5 games behind. I am not sure if that is striking distance at this point in the season, to tell you the honest to God truth. We have a cupcake series against the Arizona Diamondbacks, and it's not even a cupcake series because they're still 7 games above 500. Would have loved to see a sweep against the Seattle Mariners, but the Cubs bullpen had to give everything up. Zephyr John gave up the walk-off to Randy Rosarena. 3 runs in the 9th inning is not good. That's really annoying to give up those games, especially in what's supposed to be a tight divisional race. Milwaukee had a good series against Atlanta, which is really annoying because that's another division leader. So as of right now, we're 6 games back, 19 games over 500. You'd expect us to be in a better spot. But it is what it is. For what it's worth, I think there's a lot of good things that have manifested in the second half of the season. A lot of good moves at the trade deadline, getting Clay Holmes and Kevin Gausman, both bona fide starters. Kevin Gausman has had a little bit of a rocky start. Clay Holmes has been pretty solid. Really annoying that he lost that start against the Chicago White Sox. The Chicago White Sox, I could just say the name. Just one of those things, man. Actually, I'm not sure if he lost that game, but whatever. Good moves by Jed. I know there was also the move for Zephyr John, and he has been kind of up and down. I would love to see them bring Javier Assad back. It was super lame to see them send him back down to AAA after he pitched his butt off for the Cubs. I mean, that's a guy that's been around a few years for our team. He's given us his all. And to see him kind of just get jerked around between Iowa and Chicago has been a little disheartening. You'd expect our team to treat him with a little bit more respect than that. But I guess that's why they paid Tweedledee and Tweedledum all that money, right? Funny story that came out during the season. For those that didn't know, one of the Cubs beat writers, he's been around for a long time. I forget his name. But basically he had a confidential text leaked where he referred to the Cubs front office, Jed Hoyer, and I'm forgetting the other dude's name. Referred to them as Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Kind of just like one of those funny things that, the message is always like, it's not good to get out, but the fact that he called him that from Alice in Wonderland is just funny. So, we got our series against Arizona right now, 6 games behind in the division. Likely will be the number 1 wild card team. But if there's like 2 slip-ups by the Brewers, we have 2 series against them. We have 7 games left against Milwaukee. Those become very interesting if we're able to get within 4 or so games from behind them. So it's going to be an interesting finish to the season. They've exceeded my expectations. I think Craig's job as a manager has gotten better progressively as the season's gone on. He knows where to put it, pick his spots with the bullpen. The bullpen's gotten a little better. There's obviously going to be some guys coming back with Justice Steele throwing off the mound again, being in simulated games. I hope he's able to make it back. Sucks we haven't had Kate Horton the entire year, but some of the dudes that have stepped up have really stepped up, and I'm really grateful for that. Jota's been shoving. Matthew Boyd coming back from the injury. He's been shoving. And I think we're suited up pretty well for a October push. So that's all I got for today. Good time to be a Chicago sports fan. We have Caleb on Madden. They put Derrick Rose on the Ultimate Edition of 2K. And I should probably touch on Pete Crow Armstrong in his MVP campaign. I'm not going to sit here and spit all these statistics of where he is in the league, ranked first, second, third, whatever. Most of all because I don't have them. Secondly, if you really want to know them, you can look them up. It's a pretty hot topic right now between the race of him and Shohei Ohtani. Another a can of worms with the Dodgers and their ownership right now. I won't talk about it right now, but Google it. It's worth your time if you're interested. If he wins the MVP and they put him on the cover of the MLB The Show, I'm going to get them all and hang it up here in our new office. I don't really care what my wife says. Because when is that ever going to happen? When will that ever happen again? It's an incredible time for me personally. Patrick Kane is back on the Blackhawks. This Caleb Wilson guy is supposed to be pretty good for the Bulls. And I'm excited to get back into watching basketball because of that. It's been a while since I've gotten excited about the Bulls. So, yeah, good things. Good things. I'll just leave it at that for today. Peyton, I'm sure you're listening to this all the way through. I love you, my brother. I'm excited to welcome you back onto the podcast when you're able to. And to all the listeners and all the haters, thank you for tuning in. To my family in Mexico, saludos, los quiero mucho. And until next time, it's over.